Your morning tracking those multiple fires burning in greater Los Angeles. Tens of thousands of people have been evacuated across Southern California. Hundreds of structures already wiped out. 1,400 firefighters from across the state, including crews from greater Sacramento, have been sent south to help manage these fires.
Now here's a look at where those fires are burning. The Palisades fire and Eaton fire sparked early yesterday evening. Reports for the Hurst fire came in late last night around 11 p.m. And all three fires are burning right now in Los Angeles County.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to ABC 10 Morning News. I'm Walt Gray.
And I'm Jordan Tolbert. And we are bringing you some team coverage this morning of those Los Angeles wildfires. ABC 10's Candace Red is in Sacramento tracking how local agencies are assisting this morning. And meteorologist Rob Carlmark is with us in the studio following the latest developments in these fires.
So, Rob, let's start with current fire conditions. I'm conversing with my daughter who lives in Los Angeles. I'm saying, get up on your roof and shoot me some photos. She has a friend in the Palisades area she's very concerned about right now. So hopefully she's going to be sending us some images from her roof. She probably has a good vantage point of the flames right now.
Yeah, because, you know, if you're familiar with the LA basin, it's surrounded by mountains. And we're seeing a bunch of different fires in various areas. Now, the Palisades fire here is in the mountains between Santa Monica and Malibu. And now there's a lot of important things there. There's homes, there's businesses. The first Getty Museum has been surrounded by fire, so that's in a zone that is very dicey at the moment. The Eaton fire is Pasadena, Altadena area, closer to the 210 freeway. And you could see the top of the mountain burn. And then when it gets to these lower elevations, that's a huge concern because the winds can be very strong at the bottom since the wind goes over the top, dries out and speeds up going downhill, and that's where all the homes are affected potentially. And then the Hurst fire, that's closer to where Santa Clarita is. And these are all areas affected by fire and still ongoing, very strong winds. The winds are not really going to ease up till later on tonight. Strongest in the middle of the night and right now early this morning. So as the sun comes up, the pressure difference is going to change and we'll start to see less wind, but they've seen routine gusts upwards of 80 miles per hour in some of those areas. So still a very tough day ahead as they continue to do what they can, which may be little until the winds start to die down. Now, locally, our story is changing very quickly. We're going to see much less wind today. We're going to see lots of sunny skies and dry conditions and very mild temperatures. The records in the books for our local area are in the mid 60s, and we're looking at highs in the low 60s. Just watch the clouds. You can see all of it is moving offshore for Southern California, but we are entering a different phase. A little bit of leftover wind. That's why the temperatures are up in the 40s for places like Fairfield and Sacramento and Elk Grove, but where the winds have gone very calm in the overnight hours, we're waking up in the 30s. This is where we're going by early tomorrow morning because the winds will be calm everywhere. By the way, we're not seeing any major issues with visibility or anything like that, except for some patchy fog trying to show up in the Modesto area. These are highs for today, folks. It's going to be a very mild day ahead. Now, let's get back to the firefight in Southern California. You may think that that's a very long distance away, but there are things here happening locally that are very crucial to that ongoing firefight. For more on our local connection, let's go ahead and talk to Candace. Candace, what are you seeing early this morning?
Rob, good morning to you. You know what, we've been out here in Sacramento County for about an hour now, and I will admit that it was a bit cold earlier when we started the show at 5 a.m. and it was a little windy, but right now, no problems. You know what? We are experiencing better conditions here compared to our friends in Southern California. Giving you a live look right behind me. As you can see for yourself, we're coming to you live at the CAL FIRE McClellan Air Tanker Base here in Sacramento County. Now, this is where CAL FIRE deploys air tankers and load up planes with fire retardant to fight fires across our state. And right now, as you know, CAL FIRE is working to put out at least 3 major wildfires in Southern California. The biggest fire is the Palisades fire. Now, crews from Northern California are helping out in the firefight. They went to the south side of the state on Tuesday. And you know what? They actually plan on staying there as long as needed. Now, CAL FIRE told us 45 additional fire engines and 6 hand crews went to SoCal. That includes crews and resources from Amador, El Dorado, the Nevada Yuba Placer Unit, and Butte counties. Now, the main concern is that windy weather starting more wildfires.
So with these winds, it's so dangerous with fighting fire because it'll throw embers sometimes miles ahead of the front of the main fire, sparking another fire, and then those two burn together. So it can be very chaotic. That's why we just want to stay so safe and not have any new fires start.
Now, while in Southern California, firefighters from NorCal will be doing everything they can to help put out those flames. And you know what? At this point, CAL FIRE said wildfire is a year-round threat statewide. Fire officials said they want everyone to be prepared, no matter your region, no matter your zip code. And of course, even for us, that means making sure that you have an emergency plan in place when it comes to evacuations at your home. And then, of course, you want to be sure to also have a go bag ready to go. In Sacramento County, Candace Red, ABC 10.
Yeah, the new word, Candace, in the last few years, this fire season is 12 months out of the year now, especially for Southern California, based on how the weather has changed over the years. It's you used to be able to count on winter rains, but not so much anymore, right?
Not so much.
Yeah, Candace Red, who's covering the Northern California effort this morning. Thank you, Candace.